What's up? Hold up. Today we are here in Tokyo, and today we're going to be trying some popular Japanese dishes from some popular Japanese anime. That's really good. A lot of these dishes I've never had before, so we're going to be trying them and we're going to be rating them on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being your taste buds and practically your entire body feeling like it's being violated, and 10 being it's so good you might have a food wars moment. So we're in the Asakusa area. DJ is going to be joining me. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Pretty much the king of food anime, Food Wars. Here we have omoraisu. It is basically an omelet with rice inside.
In this show, Soma specializes in rice dishes, but he always puts some kind of twist on pretty much every dish he makes, which made it a little difficult to find a dish exactly like the show. In this episode, he makes an omelet souffle with tomato sauce, and omurice was as close as I was able to get to this dish. He also makes a curry omurice in a different episode, but I felt like this scene better represented the show.
Ketchup, or I guess tomato sauce on eggs is like a very American thing to do. It's kind of foreign to me. I don't think I've ever had like tomato sauce with eggs before.
I've seen people put ketchup on eggs and I judge them harshly every time. But omurice is different. The thing is, it's not like straight ketchup.
This is actually pretty good. I kind of like this. The rice adds a nice fluffy texture as well as the egg.
Order up!
If you can enjoy one chef's dish out of the entire show, which chef would it be?
I would try Ryo's food because he does a lot of seafood stuff. Every time he makes something, I'm like, man, that looks so good. Like, I honestly was not surprised that he made it as far as he did because he was extremely talented. So I would definitely try something of his. He does some of the more creative seafood dishes that I've seen.
I would probably go with the Aldini brothers. Their Italian dishes just look so amazing on the show. Plus, you know, I like Italian food.
They look pretty good. If I went with somebody else, it would probably be Alice Nakari, just because she's got that whole like chemistry thing going.
True.
And it seems like she actually pulls it off. So I'd be curious like what her food tastes like.
I also find it really fascinating when people combine science with food.
You're welcome.
If you could try one of Soma's dishes, which one would you try?
That's actually a tough one.
Yeah.
Honestly, the one that has always like seemed the most interesting is the first one, because
the potatoes?
Yeah, because she made it sound like it tasted exactly like meat. I would be curious to see what that actually tasted like.
Yeah. And I know this is gonna sound so basic, but I would actually go with the egg fried rice.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Why?
I don't know, I just had a feeling.
The way that they animate everything, just the gelatin chicken stock melting into the rice, I'm like, oh.
Oh my God!
It did look cool. I'm not gonna say
so
it didn't look cool. But I just feel like it's like one of the simpler dishes that he made.
It is.
Like,
it is.
it's
But
just a
I like
regular-
that though. It's the simplicity in it. One of the things that would make me want to try it is because it's something that I would attempt to make, and it seems doable compared to some of his other dishes. I'm like, that just seems impossible.
Well, let's do this.
Food Wars trivia. Who does Irina admire most?
He admires Soma's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy.
Soma is Chef Joichiro's cyber. What?
There's no question you can ask me about anime that I've seen that I won't know the answer to.
Really?
Probably.
You sure about that?
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this?
I would say probably about a 6.5, 7.
Oh, I was gonna probably give it like a 5. This one is from My Hero Academia.
I see now! The frozen pastry in my hand is me!
It's a fish-shaped pastry with red beans inside of it.
Tai means fish and yaki means grilled or baked. This fish was a symbol of good luck in Japanese culture. The batter is placed in a fish-shaped pan and then stuffed with red bean paste to create a delicious dessert.
That's good. A little crispy on the outside and then really creamy on the inside. That's really good. And usually these are served at like festivals and like events.
Go beyond. Plus ultra style.
In My Hero Academia, whose power would you say is the most useless?
Useless? Ojiro. His tail power is so useless. It's literally, his superpower is literally just his tail.
But you know what? Well, okay, I can kind of understand that actually.
Most useless part.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how he could be.
He can't. He's so useless, I forgot he was in the class until this very moment.
Okay. Calm it down. He's not that useless.
Pretty useless.
I'm afraid I'm falling behind a little.
If you had the choice between 3 different power systems, one being Nin from Hunter x Hunter, Quirks from My Hero Academia, or Stans from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I would say Nins. It's so creative. You can do anything within your field, and you can even branch into other fields if they're not too far away.
Yeah, the amount of possibilities that you can come up with having Nin. A Quirk, you can come out with anything. I could have, I don't know, the power to produce toilet paper from my hand.
Versus Nin, granted, you do have to train to be able to use it in the first place.
Yeah.
But every person can access it, and every person has a limited ability within different fields of Nin. The other thing is, you can use Nin way more creatively, so it doesn't have to even be a fight that you're using it for.
How many minutes have to pass before we can be heroes?
Who do you think is more powerful? Bakugo or Todoroki?
That's actually really tough. I'm probably gonna go with Bakugo. And it's not that Todoroki is weak, but the problem is that he doesn't know how to use his quirk aggressively enough yet. The one reason why I would be worried about him in a fight against Toya, because Toya is very aggressive, he's very quick, he's mastered like the flash fire fist technique, things like that. If he can ever master his fire to the same level as Endeavor, it's almost a given that he would beat Bakugo.
Bakugo is very strategic, and I don't feel like Todoroki is on that level just yet. Bakugo, even though it seems like he's just throwing out fire, he is still planning. In my opinion, Todoroki, as much as I love him, he's not very quick on his feet.
No, he's not.
I didn't notice this until I think like the 3rd time we watched it. His first move is always ice. You just predicting that will put you at a massive advantage.
Yeah.
Trivia question. Trivia question. Easy?
Maybe.
We'll see. Who gave Eraserhead his name?
Oh, it was their childhood friend.
No.
No, it was Eraser. It was Mike.
It was
It
Mike.
was Mike.
It was Mike. I'm only giving you half a point for that.
That's fine.
Come on and let me hear ya!
Okay, how would you rate the Taiyaki?
I actually really like the taffy.
I really like the Taiyaki too.
I would say like an 8 or 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna give this an 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, this was really good. And I would recommend that place. They make it fresh.
Our next stop comes from a popular fast food restaurant called Matsuya. They're usually open 24 hours a day, and you're able to order everything from a kiosk, and it usually only takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get your food. It's quick, it's easy, and it's actually a pretty affordable way to enjoy a beef bowl.
Okay, so now we have some gyudon. This is from Steins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's awesome!
This like your first beef bowl?
Got some green onions, beef, rice, and a lovely egg on top.
I feel like this is just an automatic win dish. You can't go wrong with meat and rice.
Whoa, you're not gonna stir it?
I'm just grabbing all the ingredients.
You got some grilled onions in there too. I'm gonna stir it because I like my rice to be coated with a little bit of egg.
I like my rice to taste like rice.
Okay, I actually really like this. This is like comfort food though. You don't think
Definitely
so?
makes me comfortable eating it.
You get a little bit of everything, and it's really fulfilling too.
I'ma bust out some questions, yo, so holla at ya, boy! Word to your mother.
Do you think time travel could like actually exist one day?
Based on my understanding of science and the way that time flows in one direction and, you know, in a straight line is the concept, you could go faster than the speed of light, hypothetically, and travel forward in time, but you can't travel back in time.
That's what I've heard too.
Specifically, scientifically, it does kind of make sense. I don't know if we could ever have the technology to do it, though.
I know there's specific points in space where if you travel far enough, time will start to slow down, I believe.
Speed up.
Oh, speed up?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's the concept that space-time is affected by gravity. So the stronger the body of gravity that you're close to is, the slower time flows there. So the idea, and I don't know if this has been proven or not, but if you take two twins that are the exact same age, you have one on Earth, the other flies off into space and then comes back. By the time the person who flew into space comes back, they'll have aged more than the person that's still living on Earth because time flows faster in space, where there's less gravity.
When you're on a chicken bender, grab a box of chicken tenders. Bok, bok, bok.
How many times do you think you would have tried to save Mayuri?
I definitely wouldn't have tried as much as he did. Like
Yeah.
at a certain point, sunk cost fallacy, you feel like there has to be a way. But man, it.
I feel like there's only so many times I could watch somebody die
Yeah,
before I'm like, okay, it must be meant for them to be dead.
I would
Like,
just be broken.
yeah, I would just be like, because that would take a toll, and in the show it takes a toll on him because he's watched her die so many times. Like, there's only so much a person can take.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think I definitely couldn't have done it as many times. Even knowing like how close they were, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I would just be like, this must be meant to be.
It's a very tough situation, but I think that's why everybody likes Killma so much, is just because of the fact that he persisted through all that.
Yeah.
Steins Gate is one of my favorite anime.
Yeah, it's really good.
Steins Gate will finally swing open to admit me.
Okabe did several time loops. Which one was not a cause of Mayori's death? A, heart attack. B, being jellified. C, suicide. And D, being hit by a car.
Okay, hit by a car is obvious. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide in one. Okay, the question is, did she get turned to jelly once? And I don't remember that actually. Man, that would have been really messed up though, because he would have had to see it. I'm gonna go with heart attack. I feel like that never happened.
Nope.
It's not that one?
Suicide.
Oh, it's suicide.
Yeah, suicide.
I feel like one of them she killed herself, but I guess not. I mean, we watched her die so many ways.
Too many to count. What would you rate the beef bowl?
10 out of 10. It's my first and only 10 out of 10. It's so simple. It's just something about meat and rice that works perfectly for me. 10 out of 10. And
Okay.
that was like a really well-made bowl.
It was, and it was really cheap. It was only like $5.
Yeah.
But if it was made with better beef, I probably would give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 though.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
This tour is far from over. In the next upcoming weeks, we'll be traveling to several different places throughout Tokyo.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty good.
So make sure you like and subscribe so that you don't miss it. And comment what food you'd like to try from an anime. See you next week. Bye!